This is the Charlotte, North Carolina Micro Center, the newest of the micro centers in the USA and the largest by square footage. Just to show you the kind of stuff that they offer here. This is like a mouse pad aisle. Mouse pads. A whole aisle of them. They have their own Razer section. This is as large as some Razer stores, like standalone stores that I've seen in other countries. And you can test out all kinds of things like keyboards, mice, mouse pads, and even headsets. And probably other stuff that I haven't found yet. This is a CPU cooler aisle, one of 3. And well, there's a big gap here because these have already sold out in the past like 2 days. This store is busy and folks around the North Carolina area are super happy that they finally have a micro center. I'm also super jealous because I'm a Floridian and we don't have one yet, but there is one coming in Miami. Still 4 hours away, but I'll take what I can get, micro center. And check it out, all these CPUs. This is just the AMD section, by the way. And if you're a new customer, you can save $25 off the purchase of a CPU of your choice. And you can check out the links below for other great deals that micro centers are offering across the country, as well as Charlotte-specific ones if you happen to live in the area. I know folks that have driven 4 to 5 hours just to be here for the grand opening and the weeks after. I'm not surprised though. This store is that cool. Raymond, I need you to hold my wallet, my friend. Stay with me. The new A115 air cooler from Corsair packs 2 AF140 Elite fans into a dual tower array with 6 beefy 6mm heat pipes for powerful heat transfer. Pre-applied XTM70 thermal paste and slim slide and lock fan mounts add to the ergonomics, while 90 nickel-plated cooling fins and an overhauled retention system ensure excellent cooling efficiency. The A115 supports the latest sockets for both Intel and AMD and ships with Corsair's 5-year warranty for peace of mind. Learn more by clicking the link below. Christopher,
how you doing?
How you doing? You doing all right?
Doing good.
So I appreciate you being here. This is a cool black and orange themed rig.
Yep.
From CyberPower PC, so pre-built?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Okay. Can you tell me a bit about it? Specs, maybe?
Yeah. So it's got I upgraded to a 5600X AMD processor with has the same 1080 card that came with it, and then I upgraded with 32 gigs of Corsair Vengeance RAM, and then everything else is basically same power supply. I did add a M.2 to it for better and faster speeds.
Okay. Okay, so it does look like you've already done some upgrades yourself.
A little bit. Yep.
I have a feeling I know where a good portion of this budget's gonna go.
Yes, the GPU
if
probably.
I had to guess, yeah, probably that graphics
And probably the power supply. It's only 600 watts.
600 watt. Okay, yeah, so definitely a good idea.
And non-modular too.
Non-modular.
Yeah.
Do you like the case, or do you want to change that maybe?
The case is okay.
Okay.
Depends on the budget.
And yeah, you've got AM4, of course, super versatile. So you're able to upgrade from what, a 2600?
2600X,
to
yeah.
a 5600X.
Yes, sir.
So that's great. 32 gigs of RAM, honestly, that's
plenty.
That's plenty as well. So if we stick with DDR4, you could probably just keep the whole platform, really.
Yep.
Migrate that over depending on what you spin. So, alrighty, I think without further ado, it's time to introduce the wheel. Right, so the way this works, if you've seen our previous season in Houston, this has tiles ranging from $600 up to $1,200. So that's the highest you could get just with one spin. Mm-hmm. But if you happen to land on one of our purple tiles, it's plus 100. You're gonna add $100 to whatever your next spin is. So if you spin 900 after that, it's $1,000 total. You could, in theory, land on the purple tile several times in a row, which would be great and horrible at the same time. So there's a lot that could go wrong for me and a lot that could go right for you. And feel free to spin this literally as hard as you can. This thing will spin forever. So, all right, here we go. $900, okay, right. That's good. That's right down the middle. I think that's a healthy amount of money though. Right, so with that in mind, what are you feeling? Still graphics card?
Graphics card, probably power supply.
Graphics card, power supply.
600 watts is pretty low.
Yeah.
Depends on, and I don't want to be at that limit for the power supply to be the limit of holding me back.
Gotcha.
And then go from there.
We're in a pretty expensive aisle.
Yeah.
Anything from about $2,000 down. I just wanted to give you an idea of what you could get if you splurged almost your entire budget on a graphics card. Now you already have a 1080, so I'm not sure if you have an Nvidia or an AMD Affinity, but you could go as high as a 4070 Ti Super for $800, and that would leave you $100 left over for a power supply upgrade.
I like to try AMD just to see.
Okay, okay. Maybe like a 7900 XT or
that, or
TX.
or a GRE. I've even looked at that.
Yeah, I think those are like around $600.
$599.
Yeah, that would leave you $300 still.
And then still do the power supply and maybe something else.
I like that. Okay, let's swing over to the red aisle. So we've got some weaker cards to start with, RX 7600s for under $200 now. I see those prices moving down a tad. If we come down to the cases where things get a bit more expensive, Radeon Pro and stuff we're not gonna really be looking at. 7600 XTs, 7700 XTs get to about $400. And then finally here toward the end, 7900 XTs and the newer RX 7900 GREs. These are actually pretty good. These are gonna be right smack dab in the middle between like 7800 XTs and 7900 XTs, but the price difference is pretty stark. All right, Christopher, what are you thinking?
I'm looking at the 79 GRE.
Okay.
The power color.
Now, if we did that, $560, that'll still leave you with, what, $340-ish dollars left over. You could do a lot with that. Of course, we'll take care of the power supply. It'll cost you maybe 100 to 150, depending on the wattage. And then you'll still have, another 150, 200 bucks left over. So.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to start with this one first?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Cool. It looks like a pretty much straight up black and white card.
Yeah.
So it does have the purple lighting. Can you turn that off, though?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, if we can turn that off, that's...
Okay. Okay, we'll go with that one then?
Yeah, that's, better price.
Cool.
Cheaper.
All right, yeah, we'll do that one. And now we're off to power supplies. I'm gonna try to convince him to get something like an 850 watt. I think he at least needs that for this graphics card, and maybe a little additional headroom. We can squeeze it out. He's got a lot of his budget left over, even though this card is as powerful as it is. Raymond doesn't like this shot, it's too wide for him. But we wanna show you just how big this single aisle is of power supplies. I told the viewers that I was going to try to talk you into something pretty high in the wattage range, just because I think you have the budget for it, and I don't think it would do you any harm to kind of prep ahead of time for maybe an increase in CPU power draw if you upgrade that again later.
Sure.
So maybe like 850 watt or like the 850 watt to 1000 watt will probably be like a sweet spot for you. So we've got like RM850Es. These are like 120 bucks. I know we can find, because we've had other folks buy them already. There's like $80, $90 850 watt power supplies that are like 80 plus gold, fully modular. But do you think you want something higher than that, like 1000 watt or?
We can do 1000.
1000 watt?
Yeah.
I like
Why
that.
not? I got a little bit in the budget.
I like that. Okay, 1000 watt. Well, that changes things. So let's see. You've got a pretty big case.
Yeah.
So if we don't upgrade the case, like this will fit, no problem. Let's see. Ooh, check this out. An Asus TUF 1000 watt, 80 plus gold, ATX fully modular. For 150 bucks. Okay. So maybe we take this one with us, and we'll check with the guys as well. Those Micro Center guys know everything about these stores, so we'll make sure there's nothing cheaper than this that's brand new, and then we'll go from there.
All right.
Justin, let me ask you something. This 1000 watt unit, is there anything better than this for the price that you can think of?
For the price? No.
That's what I thought.
150? No.
150, that's why, you see, he knew the price right off the top. How do you know the price of all this thing?
I just know.
They just know. They just know this stuff. Okay, that was the best price we found too. I think this was going to be a sweet upgrade for him. It'll give him plenty of headroom for that 7900 GRE anyway.
Sure.
So, okay. So 150 plus, what was that, 550?
549, yeah.
So we're at, what, 700 bucks? You've still got $200 on the table, my friend. 200 bucks. We're like trying to spend money here. It's a great position to be in.
Yes, it is.
We've got storage, stuff like that.
Storage, you okay on storage?
Yeah. I got an M.2, but I think my motherboard has 2. So I can always upgrade a new one and put OS on one and games on the other.
I mean, even then, another terabyte of storage is only 65.
I know, yeah, you're still struggling to spend, you could always go with a nice case.
Yeah, I mean, I can upgrade the case. I'm not stuck to that case.
Something a little more modern looking if you wanted, but better airflow maybe. This has the subtle LEDs going all the way around it. Even the O11 Vision here, which I can't believe is $100. That's just a crazy price for this. Not as airflow oriented, but still great. What do you feel?
I don't know.
It's up to you whether you think this is worth it or not.
That's the thing.
And this doesn't come with any fans.
Right, yeah.
Neither does this, to be fair, but at least this is $100 instead of $160,
60.
so you have some room in your budget left over if you want to add some.
Yeah. Oh, we'll have 100. Yeah, let's do that.
Want to do the Vision?
Yep, we'll do the Vision. It makes more sense price-wise.
I agree with you. I think that's the better purchase.
If I had no budget, then that would be perfect. But
yeah.
With the budget?
So 550, 150, 100, 700, 800. You still got 100 bucks left over. We are struggling here.
Let's check out some fans, maybe?
Check out some fans. Sorry, my man. Yeah, because the
fans.
Vision doesn't come with any. That's a good point. That's one of the reasons why it's only $100. They have the like the SL unifans here, the ones that clip together. So you get a little bit of the lighting showing through on the frame, and then yeah, very nice and diffused across the blades. So 89 bucks, not bad. So we've got the O11 PCMR Vision Edition down here for 100 bucks. We've got the Hellhound 7900 GRE for 550. We've got a pack of Unifan AL120s. Couldn't find these in reverse, but that's okay, 89 bucks. We added an extra exhaust fan, 120 mil for 10 bucks. And then we have a $150 1000 watt power supply that is upside down from ASUS. I think that should put us right at around 900 bucks, if my math is correct. Half the time it isn't. Let's just go find out if I'm right or not. Now, while we make our way to the register, I do want to thank Micro Center for making all of this possible. We are midway through the 3rd season of Gear Up, and it's only because of their generosity, not only with us and being able to justify doing this ourselves as a company, but also with each of our contestants allotting up to $1,200 per upgrade is just huge. And again, they've done it for 3 seasons in a row. So if you guys love this kind of content, be sure to leave positive feedback if you can, and we'll try to keep this up. Look at that, fellas, $899.95, pretty much on the money. Love it. All right, so we do have to harvest a few things from this rig, Christopher. I think we're just gonna detach the power supply, take the card out, and then pull the entire platform out. Since we're keeping the cooler. It's just a 5600X. I don't really blame you for not upgrading that. And is that it?
Yep.
That's it, right?
Yep.
All right, and platform is ready to come out. Really like this kind of sleek black design here. So we'll set this to the side, and then actually, we're pretty much done with the entire case and everything else in it. We do have an integrated rear I/O shield, so that's nice. We can just bring the entire platform in to sit comfortably, like so. There we go. Just some Phillips screws going in. Now you can see behind the motherboard tray, we've got so much space. One thing I love about these dual chamber chassis, we're gonna take care of first is front I/O. See, we get a unified front panel connector that is super convenient. Slide that in right there. And look at that, pretty straightforward. We just drop the entire assembly in, and only 2 screws this time to keep all of them in place. This is a lot easier than how it used to be.
Is that intake or exhaust? In that exhaust?
Why, yes, it is. It was just for demonstration purposes. Just gonna stick this fan hub right here. Looking great so far. I think the only 2 things remaining are the power supply and the graphics card. You know, this isn't traditionally a case you'd see air-cooled builds in, but it doesn't look too bad. Here she goes. It's gonna sit sideways like this, fan facing out, since this right panel is ventilated. And we tighten her down.
Yeah, it's something you don't get to do with the pre-built.
Yeah, right. This is the best part, in my opinion. Unboxing everything, getting to look at it all. Thank you. Yeah, we're just upgrading viewers' rigs right now. So just shooting some gear up. Are you shopping around?
I am. I was gonna get a the 140 reverse SO, but they didn't have it.
Ah, okay. Okay. Oh, that's cool though.
Yeah.
That's nice, like RGB cable kit. Nice. How about this? $50 gift card. There you go. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, take care, man. I appreciate you. And in goes the GRE. Get all the way in. And then you can see this small bracket here. We can adjust up and down. We can move it to different holes to make sure that this card is supported along its backside. We've got 8 pins going in. There's one here and one. Oh, almost here. There we go. It does still look a little bit rough back here. Thankfully, we don't have extensions which add length and clutter, but convenience of the O11 Vision and pretty much any O11 dynamic variant is that you can conceal pretty much all of it with this nice cable management cover. That about does it. What do you think, Christopher? Not too bad, huh?
No, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, just maybe add some fans along the bottom. This graphics card was a huge upgrade from where you started, and I'm happy to see somebody dump a majority of their budget into the card. Like this is great, and you still managed to buy an O11 Vision at the same time. You guys are working wonders with these budgets.
The barely tinted glass, but you can still see everything going on inside. And I can't wait for the RGB to light up and just make it illuminate like a kid in a candy store.
Right, so now we are in a small section of the knowledge bar where they have a convenient monitor here set up with an HDMI cable and a power cable. So you can bring any system you want here to troubleshoot, make sure that it powers, especially if you're building a system in store or upgrading in store. So we're gonna utilize this to make sure that your rig not only turns on, but also posts. I'm crossing everything I got.
And power.
Power button. Whew, that delay scared the heck out of me. All right, everything looked like it's spinning over there for you?
Yep, looks good.
Okay, cool. I didn't totally trash wiring then, that's a good sign. And we're just looking for that output to a monitor now. And there it is. Now this being a newer AMD graphics card, make sure that you DDU your old drivers, the old Nvidia ones, and start fresh. I would recommend like AMD Auto Detect. Everything else should be straightforward because we just recycled the platform from the old case. And that's why Windows is already loaded up. Well, Christopher, what do you think?
I think it looks awesome.
It turned out pretty good, huh?
Yes, it did.
Nice blacked out theme going on here with, you know, some tasteful RGB as well. Like that you got those fans. They look really good in the 011 Vision. What do you think about the graphics card? You happy with that choice?
Oh yeah. Yeah, big upgrade from that 1080.
Oh yeah, I think you're gonna see, yeah, you're gonna be pretty shocked. Do you have any experience with like higher end graphics cards?
Nope.
Like you know what they're capable of? Oh, you don't? Oh wow.
Yep. Nope.
So this is gonna be, yeah, big time shock for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
So you've
very
got
happy.
nice fresh air coming in, and then you've got a single exhaust. I mean, we had $10 to spare, so
Yeah.
why not? Maybe got some dead space down here you could fill up in the future with some fans or something.
Definitely future RGB fans.
So yeah, I mean the one issue with the Vision is you lose the top mount support, but it looks really good. So
yeah.
that kind of makes up for it.
Oh, I'm happy with it.
I'm glad, man. This is a sweet build. It looks really good.
Yeah, can't wait to start gaming.
Well, Christopher, again, I appreciate you coming out. I'm glad that we got you upgraded here. I'm happy for you in the budget that you spun. And yeah, thanks so much.
All right, thank you.
See you in the next one. Whew, that was so bad.
Yeah.